Hi, welcome to Dr. Alicia Partee Healing Out Loud. It's Monday, and after my doctor's appointment on Thursday, where I put stage one bittersweet, if you guys know anything about lymphoma, lymphoma is not so much about stages. And so when the oncologist told me stage one, and he doesn't usually treat stage one, I was happy, but I kind of had that bitter side because I felt like something else was still going on that we didn't know. And lo and behold, the following day I had a follow up with my primary doctor, and she was like, "No," she says, "they have to take into account how they found it and how symptomatic you were, and it's been since 2024." I didn't even realize that. I thought people have been asking me. I says, "Oh, last year," but it was actually 2024. And she went over how the things with my heart and all the other tests and things that were happening and what they were finding when I was going to emergency led up to them discovering lymphoma. But all those things were symptoms, and some are B symptoms. As a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to do a sweat, I think. Anyway, so she encouraged me to follow up quickly with the CT because she's like, no, they need to look at it. And then of course I put something out in a Facebook group, which I really do appreciate. But what I found is when you put stuff on Facebook, you might get, if you get 20 comments, one or two might be something that's nice and that you can take with you and that's thoughtful, which is why I wanted to do this channel too, because there was a lot of negativity and just a lot of things out there. And I understand people go through things their own way, so I'm not judging. But so one of the things though that rang throughout the post that I had put about what my doctor said, what the oncologist said, and many said, lymphoma staging doesn't matter. Staging is, if you have one node on one side or multiple nodes on one side versus two different sides of your body and things like that. And somebody actually put a really good resource, lymphoma, I think it's .org.uk or something like that. Very good information. And there's so many other things to take into effect, into consideration when thinking about treatment for lymphoma. So it's going to be a long one, so you guys can stop if you want to. And I definitely realized that. And so I did get a CT scan scheduled because my oncologist wanted to see exactly how large the lymph nodes were in my intestine area and what they're connected to or up against and just impacting. And so I really appreciate that. I got it for Thursday. He wants me to get a second opinion from the lymphoma clinic, which I'm super excited about. I did call them. She called back today and said the doctor is deciding when to see me and should be able to call me this week. So I'm hoping that there's not too much delay in that. Because there's some really good things that I heard from different people that were very symptomatic, like I am, that has really helped. That wasn't chemotherapy. So I've been really symptomatic. I had to take the colchicine because I felt like I don't know if fluid was building up around my heart again, and because I was getting that really bad pain. I have this weird headache. The fatigue is still there. And some other things. So, of course, still the night sweats. They usually happen at night. And it's not like a hot flash. It's like sweat. And I don't usually sweat. So, thank you guys for watching and hanging in there. I guess I'm still encouraged. I just I still feel like I'm in the hallway, like the limbo, like still waiting. To know what's going to happen. But so yeah, so just thanks for journeying with me. I think what I'll do in this episode below is just put some some of the helpful tips that people gave me, as well as the resources they shared with me. And so I think if I had to ask for anything, it's just prayer that I get into the lymphoma clinic at Stanford quickly, that the doctor schedules it quickly. And oh, and I'll talk about that, just me learning how to eat and exercise, as much as I can and things like that. So have a great day. Thank you for following. I will be doing Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday I won't be posting. But if you have any questions too, drop them in the comments. But I'm just gonna This is just for me healing out loud. It's an opportunity for me to talk it through. The last thing I'll say, I'm sorry because this is a little disjointed, but hey, it's just raw. I'm not scripted. I ran everything through Claude. I really, because you guys know, I know you may not know, I'm a certified AI consultant, and I have some privacy settings, so things hopefully won't get out. Anytime there's data, there's a risk, but I reduced it as much as I possibly could, and it put together a fascinating document for me that tracked my symptoms back to 2024 as well. And it has prepared me for my second opinion appointment. So I'm super excited. I'm going in, I think, eyes wide open. And lastly, I'll say, sometimes for African American women, research is showing the time that they actually are diagnosed to the time to treatment, a lot of time is not in alignment with some of the other races, ethnicities, I'll say. And so I just learned when looking at that I do have to advocate for myself. So thanks for watching. Take care. God bless. Bye.